Yes, Honorable Commissioner, can you briefly explain to us the number of arrivals or returnees from Sudan into northern Baragazal state due to the conflict that is taking place in Sudan?
Thank you, Mariah. My name is Victorino Ken Akoon. I'm Aweil North County Commissioner. With the issue of returnees, I think this is well known that there were going to be returnees when the conflict started in Sudan on 15 on 15 of April of this month. Immediately when the conflict started, our, our citizens from South Sudan started moving southward because they know this conflict might, spread into the whole Sudan. So our people started voluntarily and they came. They have now settled in 4 areas, and according to the report I have got from the ground, there are still more returnees that are arriving now. The 4 areas that I have just talked about are, one is Moyamangok. In Moyamangok, there are 150 returnees, 150 households, and still they are arriving. Kiradem has 310 households of returnees, and more of them are still arriving. If you go to Kirkangbek, there are 656 returnees, and more of them are still arriving. If you go to Judge, there are 800 households of returnees, and more of them are still arriving. So when I sent a humanitarian wing of the government to go and assess the situation, they came back and they confirmed that these returnees are there and they are in dire need of a number of things. One, there are no medicines currently. Medical facilities that are there have no enough medicines that can accommodate the host community and the returnees. So I'm appealing to international community to intervene. If you go also to Kiradem, the same thing. All of them do not have medicine, do not have food, do not have shelter, and even water. There is a scarcity of water. Like when you go to Kangbek, there is only one hand pump that was drilled, and that one is the only hand pump that is the source of clean water to this huge population. So there are challenges. Even accessibility of road, it is only in Kiradem when you go accessibly to access and deliver assistance to returnees, and when you go to Mawangok, it is the same thing. But when you go to Kangbek, that place is muddy. When the rain has already started, like now we have received heavy rain yesterday, I think that one is going to disturb the movement, and therefore there will be no any assistance to this vulnerable community, even to judge the same thing.
So, what has the government of Northern Baragazal State and specifically Aweil North County, what have you done at least to support or help these returnees?
Well, I think we have sent our team there to register. They have been registered so that accurate information is given to humanitarian community for assistance. We have also strengthened our partnership with our partners. We have communicated to them, and we are now in place of putting this information on the official documentation so that it is taken to UN OSHA so that relevant interventions are made.
And these returnees, are they only for Northern Baragazal State or different parts of South Sudan?
Not only Northern Baragazal State only. They are from different parts of South Sudan. There are citizens from Lake State. They are there. They are also from Western Baragazal, even from Unity State, and across South Sudan. They are there. They have come because they have come from Darfur states, and Darfur states is inhabited by many nationalities in South Sudan.
And urgently, what is needed for them specifically for these returnees who are in their need of any help you are talking of?
There are 4 significant things to be availed to them. One of them is medicine, because when you go to Sudan, the weather in Sudan is not the same with the weather in South Sudan. So when they come there, a lot of them become sick from malaria, from diarrhea, and other diseases. There is no food. Currently, they are in dire need of food to be availed to them. Issue of water. The water has also to be availed to them if there is a capacity to do that. And even the roads, like I have just said, that going to Kangbek and going to Judge is very difficult during the rain season. Therefore, there is a need of intervention right now. At least, some, accessible road that can be prepared by ONMIS or any other agency that can intervene.
Any plans to send them to different parts of the country which you said they were coming from?
Well, I think there will be a joint plan between the government and international, community. What best can be done to them. So that one I will not tell it now, but we are still working on modalities of how they can be settled.
Lastly, are you expecting more returnees and maybe even coming in of refugees from Sudan due to this conflict?
Why not? Even when you look at the situation of, in Sudan, there is still, intensification of conflict in Sudan, and that one is, a self-explanatory that there are going to be more returnees, and even refugees will be coming from Sudan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.